It's now time for This Week in History, trivia style. Pull down my thinking cap there, my OG swag thinking cap. Starting 7 questions, all multiple choice, all set to medium, about things that happened in the week to come. Things in history that are, their anniversary is coming up. Here we go with question number 1. I'm going to make it bigger. That's what she said. I'm going to make it. Question number 1. What decisive naval battle during the Napoleonic Wars, a major victory for the British Royal under Vice Admiral Horatio Nelson, took place on October 21st, 1805? Now, I know that there's a major delay, and if TikTok is still hanging on, you guys are amazing. Answer B, that's hilarious. I haven't read anything. There is a major delay, but obviously you've already seen the question, so or you're just being a smarty in advance. Let me read the question again. October 21st, 1805. What decisive naval battle during the Napoleonic Wars, a major victory for the British Royal Navy under Vice Admiral Horatio Nelson, took place on October 21st, 1805? Was it A, the Battle of Waterloo, B, the Battle of the Nile, C, the Battle of Trafalgar, or D, the Battle of Copenhagen? This is where I will delay and give you time to get your answers in. I will say for our Spanish people, if you get this wrong, there will be a penalty. I don't know what the penalty will be, but if you are one of our Spain people and you get this wrong, penalty. Roger is going with the Battle of Waterloo. Apparently taking the naval battle to the exact wording. Using the wording. Mr. Taney goes with Trafalgar. Is Jessica playing with us today? Brian's watching the game, so he's not going to be playing along. Rob hasn't showed up, but he never answers correctly anyway. He just makes dirty comments. Jessica pops in with Waterloo. All right, so I do not believe it is the Battle of Waterloo, the Battle of the Nile, or the Battle of Copenhagen. I believe, and I'm pretty confident, that Horatio Nelson won the Battle of Trafalgar. And I know that because, yeah, it was land-based. But it has water in the name, which makes that funny. Because of Gibraltar. I've been to Gibraltar many times, and Battle of Trafalgar, and that go together. And it was, that's my answer. And if you get it wrong, give yourself a couple lashes. And if you get them all right, tell your spouse to be nice to you. And they should. If you get 7 questions right during the supplemental, your spouse should be nice to you for at least the day. Question number 2. The events surrounding U.S. President Richard Nixon's order to fire Special Prosecutor Archibald Cox during the Watergate investigation became famously known by what nickname? This is October 25th, 1973. The events surrounding U.S. President Richard Nixon's order to fire Special Prosecutor Archibald Cox during the Watergate investigation became famously known by what nickname? Was it the Saturday Night Massacre? Was it the Midnight Purge? Was it the October Crisis? Or was it the Executive Overreach? Trickery dickery. Not an option. You tricky dick and deep throat, not options. It's Richard Nixon. He fires Archibald Cox and maybe some other people during a White House investigation. It's during the Watergate investigation. His firings were known by what nickname? The Saturday Night Massacre, the Midnight Purge, the October Crisis, or the Executive Overreach? I've got 2 fake answers. Now I'm pausing for real answers from at least 3 participants. But I can only pause for so long because time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking. Into the future. I understand your abbreviation, that Saturday Masseur with a happy ending. A Saturday Masseuse. The massacre, yes. We must have caught Roger on a commercial break, and Jessica is thumb typing as rapidly as possible. Roger goes with The Purge. Jessica. Jessica. All right, it's you don't have to answer every time. It's just fun when you do. I've waited long enough. My answer is the Saturday Night Massacre, and I'm pretty confident in that. So that's 2, I think, for me. October the 3rd. Oh, excuse me. Question 3. This iconic image, still used today on UN documents, was taken on October 24th, 1946, showing the first photograph of Earth taken from space. Which launch vehicle was used to capture the image? This iconic image, still used today on UN documents, was taken on October 24th, 1946, showing the first photograph of Earth taken from space. What launch vehicle was used to capture the image? Was it A, a V-2, B, a Saturn V, C, Sputnik, or D, an Atlas missile? That is tricky. That is tricky. I think I know the answer because I think I know the dates of the other things. And the other things were not in 1946, but the one thing was definitely in 1946. Roger goes with Sputnik. James, early. You can make a guess early and not have it taken against you. He guessed Apollo early, and Apollo was not an option, so he has to choose something else. He's going to go with Atlas. I, gentlemen, will tell you I don't believe Apollo, Atlas, Sputnik, or Saturn V's existed back then. I believe it was a V-2 rocket. And I know they existed because Hitler was using them during the war. Jessica pops in with Sputnik. So I'm 3 questions in and I'm feeling pretty daggone confident. Let's see how question number 4 makes me feel. The famous gunfight at the OK Corral took place on October 26th, 1881. In which historic mining town in the Arizona Territory? Here are your options. Was it Deadwood, Dodge City, Tombstone, or Silverton? I'll read the question to you again. The famous gunfight at the OK Corral took place on October 26, 1881. Which historic mining town in the Arizona Territory did this take place in? Was it Deadwood, Dodge City, Tombstone, or Silverton? I got a Tombstone. I got a Deadwood. I do not have anybody guessing Dodge City or Silverton. The question is, Tombstone even a place? I know Dodge City is a place. I know Deadwood was a place. I know Silverton is a place. But is Tombstone a place, or was it just the name of the movie? And the shootout at the OK Corral, for whatever reason in my brain, she says Deadwood, which was a mining town. But it was also a wonderful TV show. And I don't... I believe, I've received everyone's answers, I believe. Jessica went with Deadwood, James went with Deadwood, Roger went with Tombstone, and James is waffling on whether he's going to stick with his answer or not. I believe it's Dodge City. And I am guessing on that one. So where I was very confident on the first 3, I'm a little iffy on question number 4. Question Number 5. The Sydney Opera House was officially opened by Queen Elizabeth II on October 20th, 1973. From which country was the architect Jorn Utzon, who designed the iconic building? Where was the architect for the Sydney Opera House, Jorn Utzon, from? And don't think the name's going to give it away. Jorn, with a J and an O with a line through it. Jorn Utzon. What country do you think he was from? And don't think the name's going to help you, because here are your options. Was it Sweden? Was it Denmark? Was it Norway? Was it Finland? Look, man, either you know this. Kansas is nowhere near Dodge City, Kansas. Excellent point, sir. Excellent point. Thank you. God, I feel stupid now. Tombstone. I changed my answer to Tombstone, and if I get it right, I'm putting an asterisk next to it. Again, the Sydney Opera House was made by Jorn Utzon. What country was he from? Sweden, Denmark, Norway, or Finland? Denmark, I've got up here. The bum is Swedish, I've got up here. The same person answering, I just noticed. I have no idea. In eeny, meeny, miny, mo situation, and because I used to drive a Swedish car, I'm going to go with Sweden. James is settling on Denmark. Waiting on the other two answers, but they could pop up as I read question number 6. Roger goes with Norway. Question, waiting on Jessica. Question number 6. What major international organization officially came into existence on October 24th, 1945, after the requisite number of nations ratified the Charter? I feel like you're going to know this. Was it A, the League of Nations, B, NATO, C, the UN, or D, the World Health Organization? What major international organization officially came into existence on October 24th, 1945, after the requisite number of nations ratified its charter? Was it A, the League of Nations, B, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, C, the United Nations, or D, the World Health Organization? I'm looking out of the corner of my eye. Jessica chose Denmark, and James is changing his answer to Sweden. So he's changed his answer to 3 of the 4 possible options. That's fun. Roger chooses NATO as his answer for question number 6. James goes with NATO. And that's funny, but that would be the same. La 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 la. James NATO, Jessica NATO, Roger NATO. I'm going with NATO. All 4 of us have decided to go with NATO. Final question of the week. Are you ready? And we just lost the TikTok audience. What global crisis began on October 22nd, 1962, when President John Fitzgerald Kennedy announced that the U.S. had discovered Soviet missile bases in Cuba? I think your multiple choice answers are going to kind of answer the question for you. Was it the Berlin blockade? Was it the Bay of Pigs invasion? Was it the Cuban Missile Crisis? Or was it the Vietnam escalation? Again, what global crisis began on October 22nd, 1962, when President John F. Kennedy announced that the United States discovered missile bases in Cuba? Got some answers popping in. I got Cuban Missile Crisis. I got crisis. Because discovered Soviet missile bases in Cuba and Cuban Missile Crisis, yeah, really seem to go together. And that is my answer as well. All of us agreed, Cuban Missile Crisis, that's the final answer. Let's find out how we did on this week's 7 questions. And remember, if you get all 7 right, tell your spouse to be nice to you. You deserve it. Question number 1 was the Battle of Trafalgar. I think I lost all of you right there. Question number 2 was the Saturday Night Massacre. Question number 3 was a V-2 rocket. Because Hitler had rockets called V-2s that he was launching. No guidance system or anything like that, but they could reach space if they wanted to. He had, but then, after the war, we stole all those scientists and their information. C, Tombstone. Asterix. D was not Sweden. God bless it, I was so close. Was Denmark. 6, we all got it wrong. It was the United Nations. And 7, we all got it right. It was the Cuban Missile Crisis. I have so much fun every Sunday morning starting my day off like this. I am sorry that the Jaguars are doing so bad for our friend Brian, who is a diehard Jag fan. Just ask him, he'll tell you. I'm going to wrap it up here. I've got about 45 minutes before I got to do the next show. So, ladies and gentlemen, I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you could be. And if you're a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Bruce sends her love. Lunsby. Oh, the thing where I can close out the thing that doesn't exist now. I got to get that back.